Okay, we have saved all of the citizens here in Jerusalem, and now we need to go after... We now need to go after Majd Addin. I think that's how you say it. Well, I'll probably get the pronunciation as the investigations go along. Anyways, let's get on with our investigations, and the nearest one we can head to in the poor district of Jerusalem, which, apparent as it might be, is a pickpocket mission, for which we need 3 investigations in order to move on to his assassination, but of course... No. Don't know why exactly I landed on the roof garden if I didn't need it, but for some reason I just did. But anyways... Okay. Anyways. Moving from roof to roof, for me to get over to my first investigation, which apparent as it might be is a pickpocket mission, and I can also see a Jerusalem flag there, hoping I do not wind up collecting that before I get on with the collection missions themselves. So, let's now eavesdrop on their conversation.
They sent word you wish to speak with me.
Majd Addin intends another execution today. We must ensure all goes well.
It is my duty to serve.
Bring the document I've given you to your master. This way he'll know where my men are at all times. And be quick about it. We can ill afford any delays.
There will be none, you have my word. Is there anything else?
We've reason to believe they've infiltrated the city. Majd Addin fears for his safety. Truth be told, I don't blame him. A man in his position has many enemies.
I'm sure your men will keep him safe.
God willing.
Alrighty then, let's now get on with the pickpocket, switching down to fists, because he is an innocent, he does not deserve to die. He is one of their men, but I'm hopeful in saying I can succeed in this task on my first attempt. And yes, I do. Acquired map detailing the position of Majd Addin's guards. Again, still don't know the pronunciation. Probably because I wasn't on Translate last night trying to figure it out. Because of how late I was recording it last night. Anyways. Over to my next pickpocket mission. And doesn't look as though anyone is really interested in knowing what I'm doing. And officially, my next one is right down there. Oh, okay. So, dropping down. And so, now I just need to move a little bit further away, and then I can just eavesdrop on whatever the hell that conversation is.
Did you see the order? He wants us to repair a stage for another execution. Today.
It's the one at the western edge of Solomon's temple. I was on my way just now.
So much death.
Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice to this city.
Yes, and not this mockery Majd Addin parades before us.
How? How does something like this happen?
Everyone appointed in Salah ad-Din's stead is met with an untimely end. And now the position falls to him. He, who was once nothing more than the Emir's scribe.
How convenient. It would not surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh! If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason. Executed on the very platform we have to repair. Come, let us return to work. What do you want? Why is he doing this? Did you ever see someone do that before?
And that is now both pickpocket missions achieved in over 6 minutes of taping this segment. Now we need to head over to the eavesdropping mission. Do not want to cause any attention with the guards who are right over there. I do not want to cause a looming presence. And so I shall now head over here. Am I getting closer? I'm hopeful in saying I am getting closer. But the only way we will know for sure is if I manage to avoid the guards. And all I need to do now is look for a bench, so they do not notice me watching over them. So now I just need to head over here, press R1 and listen in on their conversation.
I am sorry, Ahmad. They came without warning.
My son? They have my son? What is to be done with him?
We did everything we could.
What is to be done with him?
He's to be executed. Today.
No, I won't allow it.
But what can we do? Majd Addin will hear no appeals. He says there can be no barter with God's will.
This is not God's will, but madness. I'll go to him myself. Where is he?
He will attend the execution. Perform it even. He enjoys the act. A truly evil man.
We have no time to lose then. Let's go.
Majd Addin is performing an execution today. So at least it proves we will know the true evil which this man is performing towards a crowd at least. As of which, I can assure you executions were a lot more common back in the 12th century compared to what they are now. Because, well, a lot of the time, if you were caught for doing treason, you would often be decapitated. I mean, whether it was by an executioner's axe or if it was simply just by a guillotine, which is more or less what the French used to do all the time. At least I think, if I remember correctly, Joan of Arc was executed by a guillotine. I think the same can also be said for King Charles I, but, you know, just me reminiscing on history, and so now I shall just get on with the next interrogation mission.
Majd Addin will help. Only come forward so that he might know their names. Watch carefully those around you, those you think you know so well. For none of us is above temptation. Should they act contrary to the law, no matter how minor it seems, they must be reported. A small crime today leads to larger ones tomorrow. Majd Addin will help. Only come forward so that he might know their names. There is no harm in naming them. Those among you who defy the law.
We are nothing without our faith, without its rules and its direction. To defy it is to defy the one who leads us. Such behavior cannot be allowed.
Okay, let's now follow the man. And just so we can avoid the guards, I shall officially be pointing this man. Well, punching this man. So, trying to see if I can keep out of sight of where the guards may be. And then, if I manage to get him into a secluded area, then hopefully everything will be okay. And... fuck you. I need to keep away from the guards. And if I can follow this man just long enough to get me into a dark and uncrowded area, then hopefully I should be able to stay intact with knowing if I can keep away from the guards. Okay, I don't think there are any guards around here, but I also don't want to get involved with any thugs either, so that's also going to be a problem. And that is not what I claim to be my... Go fuck yourself. That is not what I claim to be my primary destination. No, might as well do it here. And there's a thug behind me. Fuck off.
I still breathe, so you must desire more than just my life. What is it?
You know Majd Addin well?
Better than most.
He seems a bit too righteous. Is the law really so important to him?
What do you think?
I think he hides something, and I think you'll tell me what it is.
It's a veil. All of it. Men like me, we are meant to scare them. Fill the people with fear. The ones he kills, not criminals, but dangerous all the same.
Dangerous to who?
His plans. Their plans. Yes, he speaks of others. Those he works with. Works for, perhaps. I am uncertain. They need the city, though. Controlling it is important to them.
Why?
You'll have to ask him yourself. Attend one of his executions. It's when he's most talkative, addressing the crowd, hands covered in blood.
Then we are done.
It is our very existence we are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all wiped from the world. We must resist.
Okay. Just going to walk away from the guards before they see the dead body, as of which I have a feeling that is what will happen if they notice me. And... okay. I have managed to walk away from the guards unnoticed. Okay, I cannot climb up the wall. Okay, never mind. I thought for sure I could, but apparently I cannot. Well, I think I'll just head down to my next Informer mission, which is down here. I do also have an additional throwing knife in my pocket, and we also have some prying people we need to try and avoid in the process. Also trying to avoid some zombified test subjects. Now, where is my Informer? I wonder. Am I getting any closer? Oh, here he is. You ain't pushing me twice.
Take up arms against our enemies in whatever way you can.
And if you think you are gonna push me twice in a row, you are wrong.
Comes the English king.
Just a shame to say I cannot kill you to prove that. Anyways, let's try this again.
Still need help from you. I'm not convinced I could be of any help. I have not been in town for a while. Well, not since Majd Addin put a bounty on my head. 3 of his men are after me. Perhaps your blade could help. Get rid of them, and I'll search my memory for something worth your while.
Praise be Saladin. He has found the
Okay.
stand in the
Let's
place
now
of great
let's now go and search for our targets. Also, furthermore, there are guards right there, so I do not want them to notice me for what I am about to do. And so I shall, once I get past the citizens, I shall do this.
barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray,
The first one is down. And now I'm going to search for my next one, who I think is right over there. Oh, the bastard still got me. As much as I really hoped he wouldn't. So, slowly walking after my next target. And you are not one of my main concerns at the moment. Okay. Here's my next one. Now we just have one final target to eliminate, and he is right there on the rooftops.
What is he doing?
Okay, I do not want him to notice me. So, this is going to be pretty hard for me to figure this out. Okay. Okay. There we go. I just needed him to not notice me. But there we go. Took me 2 attempts to get it right, but then... Well, took me a failed attempt to get it right, but then once I did, it was more or less smooth sailing.
Now I'm starting to understand why they call you the One. What could I tell you that would be of any help? Oh yes. Majd Addin enjoys lecturing his prisoners before executing them. While doing so, he turns his back to the crowd. I'm sure it is the perfect moment to strike. Does that help? Now I must go hide for a while.
Majd Addin turns his back to the crowd during a speech. Anyways. Going to keep myself away from the crowds, or at least try to, because I know very well if I stay where they are, then I will be exposed. I, of course, do not want that to happen, so I am simply going to head over here. I should have gone through the hay, but I decided not to. I should have gone through the pile of hay, but somehow I didn't. I do not need to drop down. Okay. There's a guard right there. Oh, might as well kill him whilst I'm here. And... Yep, okay. Can I make it over to the roof garden? Oh, never mind. Yep, okay. I don't plan on escaping.
He's firing himself. Get him! He won't get away.
Go fuck yourself.
Mercy! Show mercy!
Okay. Well, didn't have to kill him, but I chose to anyway, so he would not go after me for future reference. Also because, well, he's an enemy. So let's now head over to our final investigation before we get on with our next assassination. Okay, let's try that again, except for saying we do not do it out in public.
Again, Grandmaster. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they ask me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself to you. I must kill 2 of Majd Addin's men without a fight. Could you show me the way? I will be forever grateful, and share a very interesting story with you.
Okay, trying again. And I am also going to try and make sure I am not easily spotted by the guards. As of which I'm pretty sure one of them is right behind me, but you know. You know. Let's see if I can manage to successfully pull this off without any of the guards noticing. There is one right there. So, not going to put myself out in where the guards are located. And now, please. Can you please just leave me alone? There are guards right there. I do not want them to notice me whilst I am here.
I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
Can you please move out of the way? Can you please just move out of the way? That's my first one down, and in case if any of the guards should notice me, I shall head over here. And also managing to walk away from the poor. Now I just have to kill this other one without being noticed by the people. Guards are right over there, but I'm hopeful in saying they do not notice me. That does get annoying after a while. Very annoying, in fact. Anyways, let's now speak to the other informer.
You are the best the clan has ever seen. Here is my story, Master. I was cleaning the temple steps. I overheard 2 scholars praising how easy it was for them to pass the soldiers guarding the entrance of the execution plaza. If you time your entry properly, they could provide a nice distraction for the guards. But I am sure that with your wisdom, you knew that already.
That's interesting. A few scholars will try to enter the execution area. Okay, let's now head back over to the Bureau. Okay, I am back online, and believe it or not, the power went off. At least, in my home, the power went off for a split second, probably less than a minute, and then suddenly, just like that, everything just decided to shut just decided to shut off. And well, I have already completed the memory log up to this point, and as a result of us doing that, we are now back at the Assassins Bureau, because well, that's where it resets us once we have completed something in one of the cities. So, let's now speak to Malik about the intel we have managed to gather.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Jerusalem's regent Majd Addin is holding a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but it's nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
As you wish. Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mulim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majd Addin does not take his life.
I won't give him the chance.
So I hope.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Strike Majd Addin during the execution today. He will be near the western edge of Solomon's Temple. Okay, let's now go after Majd Addin, as which I have learned that is what the correct pronunciation is. Although first of all there is someone else I could execute, but I'm not going to do that because, well, I just want to get this over with and make sure there aren't any other major errors with the plans I've already made up to this point. I'm hopeful in saying the situation does not escalate into worsening any more than it has done.
I'm so hungry. Just a little more, I
And
beg of you.
now I shall try and see if I can get
No, you don't understand.
everything back into working order. And so I need to be right down there, as of which that is where the guards are and also where the scholars are in location. But just in case, I will blend in. Oh, okay. Well, I can just go through here, I guess.
Silence! I demand silence! People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear?
No, we do not. Never.
Then you wish to take action?
We do. Fight us.
Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice!
You've no right to do that! Who do you take yourself for?
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
What curse you are! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all! Temptress! Succubus! Whore!
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun.
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the same if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
I was on mute for that assassination. But somehow, in spite of me being easily spotted by the guards, I was able to somehow put myself in the position to assassinate Addin right before I was really able to cause some bloodshed. And I need a roof garden to hide. Come on, make it. Oh, fuck me. Well, almost made it. No, might as well kill him whilst I'm here. Since I know that's the only thing I really can do. Since I know that's the only thing I really can do at the moment. Let's pay back, you little shit. Motherfuckers! You dropped me on the ground. You fucked me. Do your worst. Ah, god damn it! I killed a civilian. He's got very strong defense.
You wish to die, so be it.
You're right, someone does need to die. And it shall be you first. If you know what's good for you. Okay, they are all dead. Which now means I need to head up here. And now no one can see me, so I'm just going to head back over to the Assassin's Bureau and hope that everything goes as planned. So let's now speak to Malik after eventually killing the guards.
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
So I have heard.
What's this? No words of wisdom for me? Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should. No more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles you.
Reflect on that. But do so on your way back to Masyaf. Your work here is done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Okay, not precisely what I was expecting, but again, that now means we have officially killed Majd Addin. Majd Addin was mad. He killed because he enjoyed it. Jerusalem shall be free of his reign, and my deed has been accomplished. Though it appears he betrayed them, he claimed membership within the same brotherhood as the others I have killed. What is this brotherhood? Why do they seek to control the cities? Al-Mualim will have answers. He must. Anyways, getting a thumbnail shot whilst I am here, because that is important. Okay, now, since we have completed memory block number 4, we are going to return to the lab, which means I once again have to mute myself, since memory block 4 is now complete.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestor started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nutjobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Okay, so let's now head back into our room after having that longer than I thought conversation with Lucy. The door is locked once again. I wonder what I'll get this time.
Looks like some kind of access code.
Okay, same as before. That is irrelevant. Anyways, amidst everything that has been thrown at me, that is now the completion of memory block number 4. And next time, we shall be getting on with the start of memory block 5. Coming up in segment 22.